In today's fast-changing business environment, entrepreneurs are constantly challenged to innovate, adapt, and create strategies that ensure growth and sustainability. From startups navigating tough markets to established firms seeking new relevance, the question is the same. How do businesses thrive in uncertain times? Joining us now in the studio is Owolabi Ramon, Managing Director of Owolabi Ventures, an author and public speaker with years of experience guiding businesses towards innovation and expansion. He will be sharing practical strategies for business development as well as common pitfalls entrepreneurs should avoid and how business leaders can position themselves for long-term success. Good to have you. Welcome to Newsday.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first off, let's just have a general assessment of the business climate in Nigeria. How would you describe it currently?
The climate is a bit harsh because of the economic situation of Nigeria. However, regardless of whatever is happening in any economy, the people that will thrive will thrive.
Well, when you say the economy is harsh, we've heard different reports saying that things are looking good, especially when it comes to our forex reserve reaching $41 billion. The WTO DG, that's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, saying that the economy is stabilizing. Do you think that perhaps our businesses are not maybe feeling the impact of the stabilizing economy yet?
Yes, not yet, because it takes time before these things get to the grassroots. However, we also know in Nigeria that maybe not due to the government, maybe due to who we are, when things go up, they hardly come down. So now when something goes up because of certain things in the economy, when the economy adjusts and everything is going normal, what we experience is that most of the time the business people don't get to adjust the price back to what it was supposed to be. So the harshness is still there. But I agree that things are getting a little bit better, but the harshness is still there.
All right, and for entrepreneurs who are just about starting up their businesses, depending on whichever sector they choose, how do they make themselves relevant in today's, economy? We've always talked about the uneasiness and certain times, as it were. But what are the steps to go through?
Well, the thing is, someone that's just coming up should not look at the economy. Should not look at how much am I going to make, should not look at what is happening in the economy. The person should focus on the need the person is how to meet. So you don't look at what is happening in the economy, you don't look at what is happening beside you, you just focus on, okay, this is the need I'm going into the economy to meet, and this is how I intend to go into the business. This is how I intend to carve a niche for myself in the business. So the aspect of the economy being harsh or not being harsh, that one will be for later. But for as you are starting, focus more on what you have to offer and focus on the people. Because what we see is that most of the time people go into business to take care of themselves, to say, oh, how can I turn 1 million naira into 5 million naira, 5 million naira into 10 million naira? That is sometimes the mindset that people have going into business. But I say, that might be a wrong approach to business. I think the approach to business is to say, this is the need I want to meet, and how can I serve the people with this thing that I want to do, and then from there, everything just comes to play. I like this. It's a verse in the Bible, but it has guided me a lot. But it doesn't sound biblical, don't mind me. It says, even though we want to live well, our foremost effort should be to help others live well. With that as a base to work from, common sense will guide us through the rest of the way. That just summarizes what someone going into business afresh should think about.
All right, indeed, that in summary, add value. It's important to add value.
The market.
Yes, so through Owolabi Ventures, you've worked with various businesses and different ventures. What do you think are the most common challenges, especially with the people you've worked with? What are the major challenges holding businesses and companies back from growth and development?
Well, the first one again is the people. Because it is very difficult to have loyal workers. It is very difficult to have people who are genuinely interested in your business. So everybody, not everybody, most people are out there to take advantage of the other person. So if you just lose focus a little bit, you are out of business, because the next person that you think you are transacting with is looking for a loophole to take advantage of you and win you. So that I see as the most challenging for me in business.
Obviously, it still brings me back to the issue of innovation and sustainability. We have markets these days where you have people selling almost the same thing. So what should an entrepreneur do to distinguish yourself from that regular market? Yeah, that mindset.
Because I can tell you for free that most people out there are thinking of how to make profit. They are thinking of how to be comfortable, how to survive. That's the word, survivor. So if you go from the approach of you serving the people rather than just survivor, you would likely be ahead of the pack. Let me give you an instance. So where people are thinking, oh, I'm into real estate. So when I build, I don't build for myself. I don't build to say, this is what I built. If you want to buy, you buy. If you don't want to buy, you leave it. So I build to the taste of whoever it is that is going to be staying in that place. Another thing is that I don't always think of making money first. What I do is that I compete. My prices are very competitive. So my watchword is offering quality at the best possible price. So and that is innovation, because innovation is not about you starting something that's not been seen before. Yeah. It's about you taking something that's already existing into another dimension. You get my point? So in business, the way to survive most of the time, to go ahead of others, is to just approach things in a slightly different way. Sometimes it might not even be in terms of price, it might be in terms of quality. Sometimes it might be in terms of time saving. It might be in terms of you just carving a niche that people don't even focus on, or people are not looking at very well, and they just think about, okay, I can do something in this line, and then just look into it.
Well, we know that the world is changing. It's more of an AI age now, and technology. Now, for an entrepreneur who is looking ahead, say, for the next 5 years, what areas, what industries do you think they should be, focusing on, especially when it comes to building their businesses, building sustainable businesses?
IT. Because
everybody can be in IT.
Yes, but there is a kind of, IT is kind of being inculcated into every business now. This is what I'm trying to say. Even as a real estate person now, you have smart home. You get my point? Hardly would there be any business that's being done now that there is no aspect of IT to it. I'm not saying you should go into IT full time. I'm just saying that take advantage of what technology is saying. For example, there are certain things that people think they are a little bit older than. You see people on TikTok dancing, creating content, and you think, oh, these people are just children. But these children are taking your businesses away. Because as they are creating those content, people are seeing them, people are patronizing them. You, the old folk, think that, oh, I can't do this. You are in the office, no patronage. So that is what I meant by taking advantage of IT. IT is not just about computer, no. TikTok is IT. So that's what I mean. Go with the flow. Don't be left in 1995 when the world is in 2086. So that's what I'm trying to say. So go with the flow.
All right. What's the correlation? I know you said, fine, when you're starting a business or you're about embarking on a business, you don't think about the environment, you focus on yourself and what you want to achieve. But the correlation between deliberate government economic policies and the kind of business you're going into, at some point, indirectly or directly, you're affected. Okay? We've seen the states, in the United States, what's happening with all the tariffs and what have you, businesses, even big ones like Walmarts that have been there for a long time now, they've been affected. They're laying off, they're not getting inventory as much as they should. So when you see scenarios like that, how much of government's deliberate policies is affecting our business, and how do you navigate all of that?
Government policies affect business. So I'm not saying that someone starting business should not look at the environment. I'm saying you should not let what is happening in the environment to deter you from doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm saying that for a start, and I'm still saying again, your main focus should not be what the government is doing. Your main focus should be okay, this is the need I have to meet. Now, sometimes you now try to strike a balance between the need you want to meet and what the economy and the environment is saying. This need that you have, is there a need for it based on what is going in the economy? If I go into this, what will likely be my situation in the next 1 or 2 years? So now when someone is generating business idea, you don't generate one. You have two, three. So if you bring up this idea, you compare it with what is happening in the economy, you see that, oh, there might not be much need for what I'm offering in the next 1 year, 2 years. Then you look at the other one, until you find one that has a long-term promise of profitability.
So it's a long-term prospect.
Exactly.
Really focusing on
Exactly.
So you were talking earlier about how it's quite difficult to get people who share the same vision and who would believe and, you know, take your business as seriously as you would. What do you think can be done in that area? Especially, you see a lot of business owners complain about the fact that recruitment is a big challenge in starting a business in Nigeria, because a lot of people are just there for their money and they're not really thinking about your business, the growth of your business in itself. How do you tackle that challenge?
Sincerely, it's a human thing. It's a human thing, and that is why it's very difficult to tackle. However, for a business person, you try your best. And by trying your best, I mean for the couple of people that you have working with you part-time, you try to train them and let them know this is what you stand for, these are your values, these are your core values and the way you want to do your business. So among, let's say you have 10, maybe out of the 10, 3 seem to just be aligning with what you have. The rest of the 7, if you try to carry them, and they are pulling you down, you let them go. So these 3, from my experience, there is a chance that the 3 with time too will begin to think, we are just doing the business, the guy that is making the money, because I'm just telling you what I experienced. So, but part time, you need to evaluate the people that are working with you. You need to know the ones that need to stay, and you need to know the ones that you need to help to let go, so that they can go and find their own vision and fulfillment somewhere else. Because the fact that a worker does not align with you does not mean that that worker will not align with someone else that seems to have the same value as his. So that is it.
Very good. And on that note, Owolabi Ramon, MD Surreal Ventures, author and speaker, I would like to thank you for your time on discussing sustainable growth in our business environment. It's good to have you.